you ready to play Is This Legal?
Heck yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I am too. I really like what you've been doing with your hair lately.
Thank you.
I mean, I can't put my finger on it exactly, but you've definitely been doing a little something different, and I like it.
I've lightened it a little.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah.
Yours looks a little more lush than normal.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, I've been working on it just in the last 5 minutes, actually.
It kind of looks old-timey.
Yeah, for those of you on the audio podcast, by the way, who might be wondering what we're talking about, maybe you should check out our Hebets and McAllen YouTube channel. Oh, what? They have a YouTube channel?
We do.
You heard it here first, guys. We teased it last episode, but we're going to try and start putting some video content up, including our episodes, including our Is This Legals and our DCOTWs. So you might actually get to see this in person.
Yeah, you can find us at
not in person, but
isthislegaltv.com.
Awesome.
Go straight there.
Beautiful. Thank you. Well, let's get to our Is This Legal, Russ? This is where we have the little show within the show. We're going to have a game show style trivia question. It's not interactive, but you will be playing at home, viewer, because you're going to be deciding whether or not this scenario is or is not legal.
It's interactive amongst yourselves.
It is, absolutely. Yeah. But I'm sure people have watch parties by now. I mean, in the 5 minutes they found out that we had a YouTube channel, I think the masses are just like congregating and like there's all kinds of watch parties going on.
TV.
Yeah, we might stop by at one of those watch parties too. You never know. But here's the scenario that we're going to be discussing today. This is, of course, fictional, but you are going to make some decisions about what's going on here. So, our good friend Jebediah is playing pickleball. I didn't know he was a pickleball player. Everybody's playing pickleball.
Who isn't a pickleball
I swear,
player?
Man. Randomly, though, he gets concussed while he's playing when he gets whacked in the head by his girlfriend Myrtle's paddle. And 2 days later, independently, he heads to the Hitching Post Saloon for one shot of whiskey, Russ. That's all he drinks. In fact, that night he actually spills some of that beverage on his shirt. He didn't even drink it all. He's a little bit of a clumsy guy. So, while he is driving back to his shack in his moto car, he gets stopped for weaving by Officer Cornelius. So Jebediah was weaving, Russ. He was, in fact, weaving because he was actually trying to wipe the whiskey off of his clothes while driving. Yeah. Cornelius smells the whiskey, and he asks Jebediah what he had to drink. Jebediah admits honestly that he drank one shot of whiskey prior to driving.
One shot.
One shot. He also tells Cornelius that he had a concussion 2 days earlier and was not his normal self.
Okay.
Now, Officer Cornelius still decides to arrest Jebediah for suspicion of DUI. In fact, he charges him with DUI. And Jebediah asks to have a blood test, all right? Now, the blood test takes a few days to get back. But sure enough, the blood comes back, and it shows that Jebediah was a mere .030, which in Northamptonshire, as well as every other state in the country, is well below the legal limit. Yes. That is not criminal, and so the DA immediately dismisses the charge.
Yep. Way to do the right thing, DA.
Yeah. Right after that, though, Russ, and here comes our question. Myrtle, who's, of course, Jebediah's girlfriend and lawyer extraordinaire.
Yes.
She doesn't like any of this, okay? So she walks into the courthouse the next day and files a lawsuit against Officer Cornelius for wrongful arrest, specifically that he arrested Jebediah without probable cause, and that the blood test clearly confirms that there was no probable cause to arrest.
0.03, right.
So they want to sue the officer, basically, for a wrongful arrest. The question, dear listener, and to those of you at home, and to those of you not at home, is should Jebediah prevail in this lawsuit?
Ooh, all right. So we have Officer Cornelius just maybe mistaking some signs of a concussion for signs of impairment.
I mean, you say this was a mistake, Russ. Was it a mistake? I mean, seems to me like Jebediah actually told him something like, "Hey, I've got a condition here."
Yeah.
And Officer Cornelius just chose to ignore that.
I mean, how many times has Jebediah lied to him before?
Well, many.
Right.
Yeah. You folks know that at home, right?
Fool me once, right?
So, I guess have we given enough time for the folks at home? I think we have.
They're ready.
All right. So the question again basically is, does Jebediah have grounds to sue Officer Cornelius based on this wrongful arrest theory? Russ, What do we think the answer would be in real life here?
Well, this would be filed under a federal statute, and it basically requires the law enforcement officer to be working in an official capacity, right, which he clearly was, and he would have had to have deprived him of a right that was secured by the Constitution.
Exactly.
So in this case, Jebediah's lawsuit fails.
Oh, Jebediah loses, you think, huh?
I think Jebediah loses.
Okay, let's talk about it.
This isn't a malicious prosecution. Officer Cornelius had indicia of intoxication. He had an odor. He had an admission of drinking. He had weaving. Like, all of that stuff does line up with DUI. And just the mere fact that Jebediah ended up not being DUI, that does not mean that Cornelius isn't allowed to investigate it and isn't allowed to go through and see what his blood alcohol is.
That's exactly right, Russ.
Yes.
You know, is basically what we have here is we have a police officer who is acting in good faith,
Right.
investigating what he believes is a crime. And I think the ultimate point that we're making is that just because someone is charged with a crime and that charge is later dismissed,
Or it'd be the same if they were found not guilty at trial.
exactly, that not guilty verdict or that case dismissal does not mean that the underlying arrest was false or was made under false pretense or violated constitutional rights on the part of Jebediah. In this particular case, I would say Jebediah, there was clearly probable cause that Cornelius had to make the arrest on Jebediah in the first place. Like you said, there was plenty of evidence that there was bad driving. Right. He's got the whiskey on his shirt, all that stuff. Just a little bit more follow-up. Our law students out there are going to know this, but Russ made reference to the fact that this is pursuant to a federal statute. This is a civil rights statute. It's called a 1983 action. This essentially allows the public to sue a government official or a police officer. So this is a 1983 action, but it does require what Russ says. They have to prove that Cornelius was acting under color of law and that Cornelius deprived Jebediah of a constitutional right, in this case, an arrest without probable cause. Because there was PC, we don't think there's a lawsuit here.
Yep.
So
how'd you do at home?
Yeah, what do you guys think? Did you guys vote for Jebediah, or did you think Cornelius was gonna prevail? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Write us. Let us know.
Exactly. We'll put out a survey, and you can let us know which answer you.
Just let us know, because we're probably not going to put out a survey.
And we're not going to check anything, so we're not going to do anything beyond this. So yeah,
That's it.
Feel good about
This is
yourself.
the last you'll hear about this.
And now that's the end of Is This Legal? We're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming.